Hey everyone, Jeff Mackerlin here, and today I'm going to show you a really cool concept that you can use to outline chord changes that you might normally find pretty difficult by just using your pentatonic scales. So let's check it out. Now, I'm sure you've encountered this. You come across a chord progression and you look at it and you're thinking, what am I going to play over that? For example, this chord progression, which is based upon a Michael Landau tune called Greedy Life. It's on 2 records. There's a Renegade Creation record that he did with Robin Ford, and it's his live Liquid Quartet does a version of it that I highly recommend you check out. It's amazing, the solo he takes on it. So I'm going to borrow this tune because I love the changes, and I think it's a great way to dig into this simple concept. So let's take a look at the chord changes first. First chord I'm going to have is C sharp 7 sharp 9. Not that scary, it's just the Hendrix chord, right, on C sharp. And then I'm going to go up to E9. Next chord is going to be A13. Then we're going to go to D9. Now in the original recording often just goes to the C sharp 9. And sometimes on that live version, you hear a little bit of that Hendrix chord, the C sharp 7 sharp 9. Either one of these works, but for our purposes today, we're going to use C sharp 7 sharp 9. It's a big name for just that chord. Now the first thing I'm going to do is just play a C sharp minor pentatonic scale over the whole chord progression. Let's see how that sounds. It's going to work, but we're missing some really cool sounds if we just stick to that. So let's hear it first. That sounds pretty good, right? I mean, they're all pretty closely related chords, but we're kind of missing some really great key notes, and we can start to get a little deeper by just using a pentatonic scale to outline some of these changes. Now, once again, you can get this background track for free by using the link above or below. Also, my triad bundle is on sale using the link above or below, and my mastering major triads and my mastering minor triads are also on sale. So here's the concept. If you have a minor chord, play its related minor pentatonic scale. If I have a C sharp minor chord, play C sharp minor pentatonic. Not that big a deal, right? If I have a major chord, play its related major pentatonic scale. If I have an E major chord, I'm going to play E major pentatonic. Now if I have a dominant 7th chord with an altered tension, say like C sharp 7 sharp 9 or C sharp 7 sharp 9 flat 13, I'm going to play the minor pentatonic scale off of the root of that chord. So on the C sharp 7 sharp 9 chord, I'm going to play C sharp minor pentatonic scale because it sounds really good and it has the altered tension of the sharp 9. It wouldn't have a flat 13, but we can skip some notes and that's part of the sound. Now, if I have a dominant 7th chord with no altered tensions, this is the tune, E9, A13, D9, so in other words, no sharp 9s or flat 9s, I am going to play the major pentatonic scale off of the root of that chord. So on the E9 chord, E major pentatonic. On the A13 chord, A major pentatonic. On the D9 chord, D major pentatonic. Now the trick to using this successfully is going to be able to do it in one position. So I'm going to walk through these scales really slowly over the track so you can hear how they sound. Let's check it out. A little more musically. So there's some pretty cool sounds in there. And what this does, it breaks you out of just thinking about one scale over the whole thing. C sharp minor pentatonic would work, like I said, but it's not great. And we're leaving out some really cool notes. We're leaving money on the table, use that expression. And although when we use the pentatonic scale over the dominant seventh chord without any altered tensions, we will be missing some notes of the chord, but that's okay. It's just a different sound. It's another tool in our toolbox. I could play C sharp 7, sharp 9 arpeggio over the one chord, E9 arpeggio, A7 or A13 arpeggio, and D13 or D9 arpeggios. I can go through all those things. Now, of course, you want to learn more about your arpeggios, take a look at my free Arpeggios Unlocked mini course and ebook, where I lay this all out. Yours for free using the link above or below. Okay, so back to it. That's a lot to think about. So once again, here's the concept. If I have an altered dominant seventh chord, C7 sharp 9, I'm going to play its minor pentatonic scale. If I have a dominant seventh chord without any altered tensions, 9 and 13, I'm going to play its related major pentatonic scale. It's that simple and yet that tricky. Now, what's really cool about doing this is you start to hear different sounds. You're not just playing a blues scale over the whole thing, which can sound cool, but you're just missing out on some great stuff. Now, one cool thing that you may or may not have noticed is my C sharp 7 sharp 9 chord, the scale that we put over that is C sharp minor pentatonic, which is the same as E major pentatonic. So one scale covers both of those chords, right? So that's something to keep in mind. Like, oh, I got nice, closely related. What's going to really matter is what notes you end on. If I'm thinking E major or over that E9 chord, I'm going to probably want to lean more towards the notes of that chord. But let's take a listen to it, all right? Sounds pretty awesome, doesn't it? So I'm using some of those Hendrixy ideas and double stops. So another really cool thing to think about is the triad on top of the chord. So I'm always seeing that as well to be able to hit some of the really nice chord tones. So the first chord, that C sharp 7 sharp 9, I'm going to see, lots of C's, C sharp minor. Because we talked about C sharp minor pentatonic sounds really good on that. So we'll just go with that for right now. Our next triad is going to be the E major triad of our E9 chord. And our next chord is the A major triad from our A7 or A13 chord, then to a D major triad, back down to the C sharp minor. So we get these really cool sounds. Check it out. Let's hear that over the track. It sounds great. So by just playing those triads over the top, we're getting some really cool sounds as well. We can start to see how these notes interact with each other. Well, what's the one thing we can see? That E on top of those first three chords. C sharp minor, the E on top, E major with the E on top, A major, the E on top, and we have our D major chord, which is the F sharp A with the F sharp on top. Well, we can start thinking about stuff. Well, D major pentatonic has an E in it, so maybe I could have done. Right? Kept that E on top of all of those chords. So let's check it out. Keep that E on top. More music. Overdoing it, but now, of course, I'm overdoing it there, but from an intellectual standpoint, it's really, really important to see common tones between chords, how you can voice lead, and these things lead to much more coherent solo and building melodies in a much stronger fashion. Now, if you're not familiar with your triads, of course, I have a number of courses to help you. First of all, my triad bundle is on sale for a special price. It's 4 courses, mastering major triads, mastering minor triads, soloing with major triads, and soloing with minor triads, all available for one special price using the link above or below. I will also have my mastering major triads and my mastering minor triads on sale using the link below as well, so you can pick and choose all you want. So I hope this helps and helps to demystify how to make some chord changes. This is just one approach. It's a tool in a toolbox. It's not going to work perfectly every time, but it does work a lot of the time. So once again, if you have a concept, if you have a minor chord or a minor 7 chord, play the minor pentatonic scale. If you have a dominant 7 chord with an altered tension in it, sharp 9, flat 13, play its related minor pentatonic scale. Always sounds cool. If you have a dominant 7 chord with natural tensions, 9 and 13, play its related major pentatonic scale, and it's going to sound good. Once again, are these the only options? Absolutely not, but they are cool options, and it gets you through a lot of changes that you might not have thought about navigating properly. Also, they are specific sounds. I really like the sound of the pentatonic scale sometimes on that D9 chord, because it just sounds different. Sometimes they're not always the expected option to grab, and it's still right, but it can often sound cool, interesting, and different. If you want perfect examples of that, listen to the live version of Greedy Life from Michael Landau Liquid Quartet. It is spectacular. Now, once again, you can get this background track for free by using the link above or below. Also, my triad bundle is on sale using the link above or below, and my mastering major triads and my mastering minor triads are also on sale. So, I'm Jeff McErlane. Until next time, I'll see you then.